Imagine a land where mighty empires rose and fell like waves upon the ocean. A land where the clash of swords echoed in marble palaces and the scent of roses mixed with gunpowder smoke. This is the story of one of history's greatest dynasties, the Mughal Empire. An empire of power, poetry, and paradoxes that forever changed the face of India. But how did it all begin? How did a wandering prince from Central Asia, with nothing but a loyal army and a dream, carve out an empire that would shine for centuries?
Our scouts report. The mountain pass is clear. We can advance at dawn.
Today, in part one of our journey, we uncover the dramatic rise of the Mughals, the battles, the betrayals, and the brilliance that gave birth to a dynasty.
Forward! To victory!
To understand the Mughals, we must go back, far beyond the borders of India. Their story begins in Central Asia. The man who would start it all was Zahir-ud-din Muhammad, better known to us as Babur. Babur was not an ordinary prince. He claimed descent from Timur the Lame, the Central Asian conqueror, and Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol warlord. Born in 1483 in the lush valley of Fergana, present-day Uzbekistan, Babur inherited a small kingdom at just 12 years old. But fate had bigger plans for him. Babur grew up with one foot in Persian culture and the other in the Mongol warrior tradition. He loved poetry and gardens, yet he also lived and died by the sword. He was ambitious, dreaming not just of survival, but of empire. Babur's early life was a struggle. Rivals constantly threatened his small kingdom. He lost his beloved city of Samarkand twice. Each loss was devastating, yet it forged him into a hardened commander. Instead of despair, he looked south, toward the rich lands of Hindustan. India at the time was a patchwork of sultanates, kingdoms, and Rajput clans. The mighty Delhi Sultanate, once powerful, had grown weak. Its last ruler, Ibrahim Lodi, was arrogant and unpopular, even among his nobles. The land was fertile, the people countless, and the opportunity irresistible. Babur set his sights on India. He gathered a seasoned army, skilled in cavalry charges, disciplined formations, and most importantly, the fearsome weapon of the age, gunpowder artillery. While Indian armies still relied heavily on elephants and traditional warfare, Babur brought something new, a deadly innovation that would change the subcontinent forever. It was the year 1526. Babur marched into India with about 12,000 men. Against him stood Ibrahim Lodi, commanding nearly 100,000 soldiers and 1,000 war elephants. On paper, the odds were impossible, but history is not written by numbers. It is written by strategy. On the 21st of April, on the fields of Panipat, Babur positioned his troops with brilliant precision. He used the Ottoman-inspired Tulugma tactic, dividing his army into flanks, center, and reserves, with deadly cannons at the front. When Lodi's massive army charged, the Mughal artillery thundered, sending shock waves through the war elephants and breaking enemy lines. Chaos spread through Lodi's ranks. Babur's cavalry encircled them like hawks striking prey. By the day's end, Ibrahim Lodi lay dead on the battlefield, and his once mighty army lay shattered. In one decisive stroke, Babur had defeated a force nearly 10 times larger. This was not just a victory. It was the birth of a new power in India. The Mughal Empire had arrived. Babur entered Delhi as a conqueror, but he was no mere plunderer. He dreamed of a lasting dynasty. He established order, reorganized administration, and introduced Persian art, culture, and architecture into the heart of India. Yet, Babur's reign was short. He ruled for only 4 years after Panipat, passing away in 1530 at the age of 47. But in those brief years, he planted the seeds of a dynasty that would one day build the Taj Mahal, expand from Kabul to Deccan, and dominate South Asia for over 300 years. The story of the Mughals had only just begun. After Babur came his son Humayun, whose reign would test the very survival of the dynasty. From the dusty plains of Panipat to the jeweled palaces of Agra, the Mughal Empire's rise is a tale of ambition, strategy, and destiny. This was just the beginning. In the next chapter, we will witness the struggles of Humayun, the brilliance of Akbar, and the empire's golden age. Subscribe to History Peaks, because history doesn't whisper, it speaks.